Hello everyone, this is the Kenyan translator once again, and today I want us to talk about how one can succeed as a freelance translator, or how to succeed as a freelance translator. Now, you need a few things, you need to do a few things if you want to be successful in this career. One, you need to have a language pair. You need to have a working language pair. You cannot say you want to be a translator when you do not have working languages. What do I mean by a working language pair? Here is an example. I work in English Swahili. English Swahili. You can work in English Kikuyu. You can work in French Spanish. You can work in English French. You can work in English Portuguese. Those are called language pairs. Now, what do you need to do with these language pairs? You need to be proficient in these two languages. You need to know English very well, and you need to know your second language very well. In this case, if you're working in English and Swahili, you need to know Swahili very well, and you need to know English very well. Now, as an African, English is my third language. That means I need to put much more effort in learning English so that I may be able to translate accurately. Because there are words that sometimes we think we understand in English when actually we do not understand them. Or sometimes they are untranslatable. So you need to be highly proficient in your working language pair. Now, there are translators who are very proficient in the second working language, let's say Swahili, but then they are not good in English. So the drafts they produce are not accurate. So I repeat, you need a working language pair. Number two, you need visibility online, or what some people call online presence. Now, if we come to the physical world, you find if I have a product or a service, I may put an office or a shop. Now, for people to know where my shop is, I have to put a sign. You might put a signpost to direct people to where that shop is. Or sometimes you may even do some advertising, telling people this is what I produce, this is what I sell. Now, that is how people will find you. Now, in this profession, you need to be visible online. How can people find you as a translator? Are you one that someone can Google and find you? Or you don't even appear in any search engine? If you're not appearing in any search engine, then you can as well forget about succeeding in this profession. How can I be present online? You can register in translation portals on websites like pros.com or translatorscafe.com or translationdirectory.com, translationtown.com. There are many, Upwork, Fiverr, all those. You need to be found there so that clients can be able to engage you. You also need to have your own website. Now, a website is like a shop. If people cannot find you or your shop, they will not buy from you. When they need a Swahili translator and they go online, they should be able to find you. And many people say, oh, I don't have money to do a website. Well, a website is not very expensive. You can do a simple website for people to find you, because that way then you will be able to have a big breakthrough in the profession. Another thing that you need to do, you need to know your colleagues, you need to network. How? Find out if there's a translation body or association in your country. In East Africa, for instance, we have the East Africa Interpreters and Translators Association, EITA. Become a member, join, get the certificate, get recognized, get promoted on their website, and you will find jobs. Another association you can join is the American Translators Association. And we also have the International Association of Professional Translators and Interpreters, IAPT. You can join SAT in South Africa. There is the ITI. There's so many. You need to belong to a home. You need to join a translation association. That's another thing that you need to do. Okay, another thing that you need to do is to attend translation events. There are many conferences that happen around the world. You can choose to attend a conference, network with colleagues, and establish some relationships. And then those will result into some work for you in the future. There are many conferences that happen. There's the IAPT conference, which happens annually. There's the ITCO, which is the African International Translation Conference, which is run by IAITA, the East African Association. That happens every year as well. There is BP conference, which is organized in Europe. And then there's the American Translators Association, which also happens every year. Plan and attend, network with people, and you will find work. Okay? So, finally, you need to have a very good translation CV. Not an ordinary CV, you need a good translation CV. A translation CV will show at the top your working language pair, the projects you have done. Sometimes people capture the volumes of words they have translated and even mention the clients they have served. About 1 page or 2 is enough, and then that CV will be able to work as a marketing tool for you. Also have business cards, and finally, speak about what you do. I remember one time I was attending an event by the government somewhere, and when I stood to introduce myself, I said I am Alfred Mtawali, and I am a professional translator. And then I went on for a minute and then asked the question I wanted to ask on the floor. When the meeting was over, someone tapped me from behind and said, "I need to talk to you. You said you do translation." I said, "Yes. I have a document that I want you to translate for me." And that's how I was able to get that client. Always speak about what you do. Everywhere you go, in your introduction, start with, "My name is so and so. I am a professional translator or interpreter. I work in these languages, and it's my pleasure to meet you. It's been a pleasure to meet you." That way, people interact with you with an informed, being informed of who you are. So always talk about what you do on your Facebook feed, Instagram, Twitter, all your social media platforms. Tell people what you do. Thank you very much. Let's meet next time for other tips. Please like, subscribe, and share the video. The Kenyan Translator here.